Hello, welcome to this MMTF website video. This is Corey Savet. I'm going to show you features of the new MMTF website, including how to add your students to the site and how to register your students for recitals. The first thing I'm going to do is start my web browser. I'm using Safari, but you can use any web browser. MMTFonline.com is the website you want to go to, and you'll see the musical tree. The tree disappears after a couple seconds and gives us basic information about the organization. Where you want to go next is this sign in up here in the top right hand corner. Don't register because all current MMTF members are already registered on the site. You want to sign in. You put in your email and the password. Your password to enter the site was emailed to you. If you don't have it or you can't find it, send me an email and I'll get you a new password. Once you log in with that password, you'll want to go up to here on the menu and change the password to what you would like your final password to be. The home screen, anytime you want this you hit home, gets you your student list. You may see an error message when you first go onto the site. The error message simply means that you don't have any students added to your student list. So what you'll need to do is go over here to Add Student and begin adding students to your student list. Any student who's going to be performing in an MMTF recital needs to be added to your list. So I'm going to add my student, John Adams. Instrument is piano. The date of birth, it's important that you do this in order. Choose the month, and then the year, and then finally the day. When you click the day on the calendar, that sets the date. So you have to do that last. You'll see it says 2006, April the 2nd. If I choose the 4th, it changes it to the 4th. So that's the order you have to go in. The month, the year, and then the day. Click if your student is a senior, and then click Save. Anytime you want to see your student list, you click Home. And you can see now that John Adams is here, his date of birth, the age is calculated by the system. I'm going to add another student, John's sister Abigail, piano. Date of birth is May 2008, 20th. 2008, May 20th. Click Save. And again, home will take us to our student list. Okay, so once you have students in the system, you're then ready to register a student for recital. You use this button right here. Add students to recital. All of the information that we need to register students is shown on this screen. All the recitals will be listed here. Choose the one you want. Right now we just have a test recital for you to use to try out the system. Choose your student, then the composer. John is playing J.S. Bach, Invention Number 1. Playtime is 2 minutes and 45 seconds. Information that has this red asterisk is required information. You don't need to put any in the ensemble or movement or accompanist. Click the awards. If there's an award, I'm going to add some information here. Please schedule with Sister Abigail. Okay, recital type is a regular recital. Composition level, we'll go with intermediate. This registration fee is new. This is required information. It doesn't have the red star right now, but it will. You have to choose the appropriate fee for the student. Lollipop students are $12. Regular recital students are 15 if they're playing up to 4 minutes. Over 4 minutes, up to 8 minutes is $20. There are some instances where a student will not pay a fee, so you can choose 0 for that. But I'm going to choose the $15 and click Save. Now, this is the recital screen. You'll find this screen to be very useful. It's going to show you all of the information about students that you have registered for recitals, current and past. So for the October 1st test recital, I have 2 students, Billy Smith and John Adams, entered here. Okay, I'm going to go add another student. So I get back to my Add to Recital screen. Abigail Adams is playing a work by Brett Adams. When you choose the composer, the composition list updates to that composer. If we're choosing Dennis Agay, then you'll see all of the compositions in our database for Dennis Agay. Go back to Brett Adams. He only has 1. Playtime is 2 minutes. She is due to get a ribbon. Please schedule with Brother John a regular recital. We're going to call this late elementary and the $15 fee. Save. And now it's updated to show us our next, both the students that I have just registered and a previous one I registered. All this information is here. You can edit or delete this information up until the deadline. So I'm going to go under John Adams, and the information is here. He's playing it a bit faster. I'm going to change the play time and add a ribbon for him. Update. Now we have new information here. It's updated. I just received word that Billy Smith is unable to play, and because it's before the recital deadline, I'm going to delete that information. Now I just have the 2 students. Okay, so the important buttons are Home, takes you to your student list. Show Recitals takes you to a list of recitals. So all the information is easy to access. Now let me tell you about these 2 items here at the top, composers and compositions. If the piece that your student is going to play is not listed in our database, you can add a composer or you can add a composition to existing composers we have. I'm going to go to Compositions. Here under Select Composer, I'm going to choose Dennis Agay. And I'm going to add a composition. Now you can see here are the compositions that we have listed. Firefly Swarm. We'll just make up a name of a piece. I can delete it later. And it says composition added successfully. Let's go to Compositions, choose Dennis Agay, and we'll check. And we'll see that the Firefly Swarm that I just added is listed here. If you misspell it, you could go in and edit the information. You can choose all the composers here and add compositions to their list. Be sure that the composition is already there before you add it. We don't want to have any duplicates or wrong information. In order to register a student for a recital with a particular piece, that piece has to be in our database. So if you go to Dennis Agay and you click and you do not see the composition by him there, you'll have to go to Compositions and add it, then go back to Add Students to Recital. You get there by clicking Home to your student list, Add Students to Recital, and then the piece should show up. If you don't choose a composer, you're going to see the entire list of compositions, and it's a very long list. So you want to be sure you choose the composer first so we narrow that list down. Now let me show you another part of the website, and that's the event calendar. You can check out different events that we have listed on the calendar. For example, September 6th, click on that, and it is the Senior B Education Contest class. The date and time, the location is here, and description, more information about the event. Just a note, if I were to click on the Schmidt Music Southdale Square, it would send me to Google Maps and show me a map of the location. Okay, so you can choose what month you want to look at, find the information. Here's that November 1st general meeting. Gives you information about that. So you can make use of the event calendar, get information. Of course, home takes you to your student list. One other quick thing, Forum Focus. Past issues of Forum Focus are available here to download to your computer in PDF format. When you're all done, click Log Out, and that's it. That is how you add students to your student list and register students for recitals. I urge you to go in and start adding your students and sign one or two of them up for that test recital on October 1st so that you can go through the process and check it out. We're not using that information. There is no recital on October 1st.